Hey guys, what's going on? Jebb here, and in today's video, I am going to be breaking down the current state of the Bitcoin market. I'm going to talk about why the altcoins follow Bitcoin so closely and how you can look at the comparison between Bitcoin and the altcoin markets. And then I'm going to break down a concept called the Altcoin Engine and show you how that helps markets go into major uptrends and keeps them in major downtrends. I think a major trend reversal is happening to Bitcoin, and in this episode, I am going to be showing you exactly how and why that is going to occur. So without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Over here on my chart, we're going to do a little bit of review. Now, the very first thing I want to show you is that Bitcoin has been in a downtrend and under this trend line for the last 90 days or so. However, last Friday, Bitcoin managed to break bullish above this trend line and began rallying up to the level of $42,000. At the time of recording this video, Bitcoin is trading at $43,700, which is a very bullish thing. However, many people are getting overly exuberant in this small rally, thinking that we're out of the woods when we just are not out of the woods yet. What I want to do in this video is show you exactly how Bitcoin will go into an uptrend if it goes into an uptrend, show you what those confirmations look like, and then we're going to talk about how altcoins play into all of this. So here are the 4 confirmations that I want to see Bitcoin go through before I am confident that Bitcoin is going to go back up to all-time high. If Bitcoin does these 4 things, then I believe that Bitcoin will go all the way to $65,000 within the next 3 to 6 months. Here they are. First and foremost, Bitcoin needs to break $42,000. Bitcoin has already broken $42,000, you say. Yes, but I need Bitcoin to be above $42,000 for 7 to 10 days. Number 2, I also want to see a bullish Lux Algo buy flash come into play, and for that to be in play for 7 to 10 days. But we've already seen a bullish Lux Algo buy flash, you might say. Yes, but it has not been 7 to 10 days. We saw a buy signal here, trend catcher turned green, and we can also see that Lux Algo's Lux oscillator indicator is green down here. So this is a confirmed uptrend on Bitcoin. I'm very excited about this buy signal coming in, but again, I want to see 7 to 10 days of bullishness here. It's only been 3 so far. My third and fourth confirmation of an uptrend on Bitcoin show up on something called the 3-daily chart. We're not looking at the daily chart here, we're looking at the 3-daily chart. I need to see Bitcoin have a bullish MACD cross on the 3-daily chart and sustain it for 7 to 10 days, and I also want to see Bitcoin stay above this moving average on the RSI on the 3-daily chart for 7 to 10 days. All 4 of these things have now occurred. Now we're just waiting. Bitcoin at the time of recording this is just below 44K, and that's great. It is very bullish, but I want to see all of these confirmations stay in play for 7 to 10 days. So going to full screen, let me explain to you exactly why that 7 to 10 day part matters so much. What often happens in Bitcoin is something called a dead cat bounce, or it's also known as a bull trap. Both of those essentially say that whenever Bitcoin is going down, sometimes you'll see a bit of a rally. Sometimes that small rally will lead the bulls to buy in prematurely before they've really had confirmation. And what ends up happening is a lot of those bulls will get liquidated. We've seen something happen like that relatively recently that I can show you on my chart. On the daily chart for Bitcoin, we saw a pretty big drop on Bitcoin on December 28th. In fact, in the span of a day, we dropped 9%. Then over here on January 20th and 21st and 22nd, we dropped 20% in 2 days. If you go to a website called coinglass.com/liquidation data, you can see during those days of December the 28th right here that we saw $250 million in longs getting liquidated. The day before, we saw $400 million in longs getting liquidated. And then we saw the same thing happen January 20th with $1 billion in longs getting liquidated. What happened in both of these instances is Bitcoin started a small rally, people got overly exuberant, bought the market too early, longed, and then the market dropped and they got liquidated. I don't want the same thing to happen to you here because I want you to achieve financial sovereignty and to have control over your finances. I want you to be successful in crypto, so I want to make sure that I'm encouraging you to give it 7 to 10 days to have confirmation so we don't have a long squeeze. So that's where Bitcoin is right now. That's my opinion, and it has been for the last 2 weeks. If Bitcoin can do those 4 things, then we're going back to all-time high in the next 3 to 6 months. That is my if-then prediction. But now let's also talk about how the rest of the cryptocurrency market plays in here, because of course Bitcoin is and has been in an uptrend over the last 7 days. In fact, over the last 7 days, it has been up 15%. Ethereum's up 18%. Binance Coin up 14%. Solana up 26%. XRP up 30%. Some of these altcoins like Jebb are up 50% in 7 days. Now, a lot of people, when they see this, will ask the question, why do the altcoins move so similarly to Bitcoin? If you just look at the top 100 here on CoinMarketCap, you can see that pretty much everything at the time of recording this video is up between 5 and 10%, which if you look at Bitcoin, it's up between 5 and 10%. Why do the markets move so closely together? Well, one of the major things that causes the market to move in unison, causes them to move together, is the concept of risk on, risk off. So what do I mean by that? Well, in traditional financial markets, brokerages use this term to say that they are in a risk-on position, meaning that they're willing to take risk, meaning that they're willing to buy into risky companies, meaning they're willing to buy into risky indexes because the market is very healthy. Or on the other hand, a brokerage might be very risk-off. They might say, we don't want to invest in a risky asset. We don't want to invest in risky companies or risky markets because we are very risk-off because we're trying to be more conservative. It's the idea of, am I very liberal with my investments? Am I trying to invest in small cap projects and risky projects? Or am I trying to be more conservative and only invest in things that I am very confident in? Am I looking for a very risky 30% return in the stock market or a more conservative and safer 8% return in the stock market? It's the concept of risk on, risk off. Whenever Bitcoin goes into a major uptrend right there, as it has in the last couple of days, and people become more confident, then they become more liberal with their investments, and they're more likely to go and buy into altcoins because they feel that Bitcoin, which is their foundation in crypto, is doing well. So they're more confident to go and invest in the altcoins because they have this more risk-on approach. Therefore, whenever you see Bitcoin going up, oftentimes the altcoins will go up even faster than Bitcoin has. Bitcoin's up 5%, but the vast majority of altcoins right now are up between 7, 8, 10, 15, 20% because since Bitcoin is confident right now, people are in a risk-on perspective. So whenever Bitcoin goes up, the altcoins follow and they also go up. However, whenever Bitcoin is going down, people go into this risk-off mindset and they say, okay, I'm scared because Bitcoin's going down. I'm going to get out of some of my more risky cryptocurrency. I'm going to get out of my rank number 57, out of my rank number 72, out of my rank number 143 altcoin. I'm going to pull it back into Bitcoin. So whenever Bitcoin goes down, people go into a risk-off mindset and then they start to panic sell their altcoins and put it back into Bitcoin. So that's what risk-on, risk-off is. That's why the altcoin market moves together. And the final point I want to make here to tie all of this together, and this will tell you where I think the market is going over the next 3 months and how I think it's going to get there, is a concept that I call the Altcoin Engine. So think about the way an engine works. If you've ever seen a 3D rendering of the way an internal combustion engine works, you have pistons. Oftentimes you'll have 4 or 6 or 8, but it's always in pairs. There's always 2. It's always a multiple. You very rarely, I mean, technically you can see a 3-piston engine. It's very uncommon. Normally you'll see 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 24, a W24 engine, for example. What happens in an engine is you have one piston go up while the other goes down. And they do this. They go back and forth and back and forth. And when one piston is up, the other is down. When the other piston is up, the other is down. So what we see happen oftentimes in a Bitcoin bull market is we'll see whenever Bitcoin is up, the altcoins might get a little boring. Not saying they're down, but they might get a little boring because everybody's getting exuberant on Bitcoin. However, when Bitcoin gets a little boring, it comes down, people start looking for, okay, where can we put our money to make more money? They put it into altcoins. And this concept of the altcoin engine drives the market forward. Bitcoin gets exuberant, so people stop paying attention to altcoins. They don't sell them, but they stop paying attention to them. Whenever Bitcoin gets boring and trades sideways for a week, doesn't go into a big crash, doesn't cause a lack of confidence, doesn't cause FUD, but it's just boring, people go and they get interested in altcoins. So how do we tie all this back together into the current market? Bitcoin has just had its 4 major confirmations of an uptrend. It needs to see those play out for 7 to 10 days. And then what's going to happen is you're going to see many people be very much risk on. They're going to say, I'm confident in Bitcoin, so I'm going to be willing to take on risks. When I'm willing to take on risks, I'm going to go invest in an Ethereum. I'm going to go and invest in a Cardano. I'm going to go and invest in a Binance or an XRP or a Luna or a Polkadot or a Dogecoin or whatever, and they're going to be very risk on. That is going to help ignite the altcoin engine, because what's going to happen here in a week or two, if Bitcoin does go parabolic, it might trade sideways for a week. It might get a little bit boring. And because people are in this risk on perspective, what they're going to do is they're going to say, okay, I'm going to go buy some altcoins. And as Bitcoin's stroke is coming down, the altcoins are going to go up, and then you're going to kick off the altcoin engine, and it's going to drive us back to all-time high. That's what I think is going on right now. That's what I think the next 3 to 6 months on Bitcoin are going to look like. As Bitcoin rallies more, people are going to get more confident in Bitcoin, and therefore they're going to buy into the altcoins. Then the altcoin engine is going to kick in, and it's going to take us back to the moon. That's how I think the next 3 to 6 months will play out. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Do you think I'm getting overly exuberant? Do you think this whole idea of an altcoin engine is ridiculous? Do you think that people are already very risk on and they're already very willing to invest in altcoins? It certainly looks like that because the altcoins are up even more than Bitcoin. I'd love to hear all of your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. And tell me, do you agree that Bitcoin, if everything I just outlined plays out, will it go back to all-time high in the next 3 to 6 months? Do you think we're going to see a very bullish summer? I would love to see that. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on all of our social media at CryptoJebb over on Instagram and Twitter. We post over there daily. Make sure to follow us on our TikTok at CryptoJebbOfficial. We post over there daily as well. And also make sure to sign up for some of our affiliates such as Lux Algo with the link in the description box down below. It is hands down my favorite technical indicator, and it is ridiculously powerful at predicting trends, and it is one of those 4 indicators that I'm looking at right now. So if you want access to a phenomenal technical indicator that is going to help you to better understand the direction of cryptocurrency markets, Lux Algo is a great option. Use coupon code Jebb, J-E-B-B, for 20% off at checkout. That's all I got for you guys today. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, you should definitely consider subscribing because we're trying to help you become financially free in these cryptocurrency markets. And also, consider following us on Twitter @CryptoJebb for more updates on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Peace.